So when it comes to cleaning up the house, I like to start laundry first. I feel like starting laundry first thing is the best way to go because while you're cleaning up the house, the laundry is doing its thing in the washer. And then when you're almost done with cleaning the house, then you can go put it in the dryer. And I don't know, I feel like it goes hand in hand with doing the laundry first. So that's what I'm doing. I paid $2 to wash, which is super cheap compared to what I used to pay at the actual laundromat. This is just a little laundry room in our building, which I love and I appreciate. When I get back, I just start doing our dining room slash my boyfriend's office. This is the area that gets, I think, the most cluttered because we use the table as like a rest stop. I don't know if you guys use your dining room table as a rest stop, but we do. So we just put things, here and there on the table that shouldn't be there. But I always end up sprucing it up. I do have a little wire box, as you guys can see, and it just makes life so much easier to be able to hide all the wires in that box, just so they're not all over the place or on the table. So I like to make sure that everything is off the floor. This is my boyfriend's camera stuff. He does like real estate photography, so he needs, all that gear. But as for his desk, I kind of like put everything that was on the table on his desk. So now I'm just gonna go through it all while the dining room table is nice and cleared off, and I like to just wipe everything down. I will have like this specific rag linked down below along with a separate video on how this rag works. It's just amazing. It leaves everything streak free, super shiny. It's like a magic rag, and I've had it a little over 3 years. I think it's almost 4 years, to be honest with you. I did have it when I used to live with my mom, so this rag's pretty old and it hasn't ripped. You can throw it in the wash and it just works so great. I'm not sponsored by it, even though I wish I was because I love it so much, but I'll have it linked down below. It's super inexpensive, along with everything else like my Dyson. I'll have linked down below. It is an older Dyson, but it still gets the job done. The only thing I can complain about it is that it doesn't hold its charge. So it does die within 20 minutes, but I get this little 350 square foot studio all vacuumed up in less than 10 minutes. So I guess it depends on how big your house is. When it comes to my office space, I'm very particular with it. I like everything like off of my desk. I like my desk to be completely naked, if that makes any sense. I like the wires to be tucked away. I like my paperwork in its folder. I want my makeup back where it belongs, like in that little bag, just to make sure that like when I wake up next morning, I'm not stumbling upon things that don't belong there, because I feel like a clean space makes you want to accomplish more. So that's what I try to do. I try to make sure my desk is completely neat, and make sure that it's nice and vacuumed up, so when I wake up the next morning, I feel encouraged to edit 7 videos or whatever I have to do. By the way, I'm vacuuming the rug a little weird because it always gets stuck. I don't know why. The vacuum just does not like this rug at all. But when that area is all done, I like to move on to the bed part. I've already washed the comforter, I washed the pillowcases. I am going to swap out the sheet for a new sheet. We have 2, which works out great because there are some days where I don't really want to go wash the sheet alone. I'd rather wash the sheet with the pillowcases. You know what I'm saying? So, and I know you guys are going to be like, why don't you just add the sheet while you're washing your clothes? I did that. I definitely did that before, and it was a disaster. My clothes got stuck within the sheet, and my clothes didn't end up washing. So I decided, I'm just going to wash the bedding separately away from my clothes. Also, I will have this whole bed frame, sheets, blankets, pillows, all linked down below. I know you guys always ask me, where did I get this from? I purchased this bed set from Walmart almost 4 years ago. but they do have a very, very similar one on Amazon. If I would have known they had a similar one on Amazon, I would have got that instead of the one from Walmart, because the one on Amazon looks a lot more sturdier than this one. Oh, and also my bed is a queen size, so I know I get that question a lot as well. I only have 2 pillows. We do have a little tiny accent pillow, which my boyfriend loves that pillow. I didn't put it in the video because it doesn't match, and I'm not a fan of the colors of it, so I kind of left it out for just aesthetic vibe. But we do have another little pillow that he likes. So I'm just gonna vacuum up this area. When I'm done making the bed, cleaning my office space, I feel like it's not complete until I vacuum. I don't know why, that's just my weird way of cleaning. I try to get all the way under the bed, but we do have some storage under there, so I didn't go too crazy with me vacuuming under the bed like most clean with me videos. When we move, maybe that's when I will vacuum under there, but until now, that's just a storage unit. So once everything is nice and clean, I know that I'm not going to be steam mopping this floor because I did the other day. So I'm just going to set up my little dryers rack so I can go grab my wet clothes and start hanging them up so they can do their own thing. These take a good like 2 days to dry. No, I am not allowed to put them on our porch area. It's like considered a fire hazard, so we're not allowed to put anything out there. It's our landlord's rules, so this has to stay in the house, so I think that's why it takes so long to dry. So I try to put them next to the AC if the AC is on, or in the wintertime if the heat's on, I will keep it in front of there so it does its thing. I do rotate it so each side can, dry evenly, but this has been saving me so much money. So it's $2 to wash and $2 to dry, so I have been saving a couple dollars here and there with drying. Of course, I do dry my comforter and things like that, but we are saving money in the clothes aspect, so this method has been working great lately. Moving to the kitchen, the part I hate the most, that's why I always save it for last. I like to start off by taking the little stovetop parts off, because I like to add these to the wash, not the actual little grill parts, just the black bowl parts, because with it being electric, I can't wash the little grill parts because it has an electric socket to it, so I probably will get electrocuted or probably won't work anymore. So those I just kind of like wipe off. So before me washing the stove, that usually takes a long time, so I try to get all the dishes done first before I move on to that stove part. Once I'm done doing the dishes completely, I like to wipe down the countertops. I didn't move the microwave this time because I did that the other day as well. So I knew it was like really clean under there, so I just didn't want to waste my time. I just scrub it down with some soap and water, nothing serious, and I like to just wipe away any oil or residue on the cabinets with a rag with some water and vinegar, and that's it. So when it comes to the stove, I have to use a magic eraser because it's the only thing that gets this rust or grease off. I've tried every natural cleaner I have and nothing was working. I tried baking soda, vinegar, peroxide, everything. I've even tried like other natural cleaners from stores. It just wasn't working. Magic eraser is the only thing that got everything off, as you guys can see. So I keep these on hand just for the stove, and I try to keep it nice and neat because I don't want us to get blamed for staining this stove. Again, we do not own this place, so try to keep up with it as much as I can and be very respectful. Everything else with the kitchen is very self-explanatory. I'm just, reorganizing the fruit, doing stuff like that. So I'm not going to talk throughout this part. So I'm going to let you guys listen to some music, and I will get back to you once we go into the bathroom. So as for the bathroom, it wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. I just put things back to where they were. I will have this bad boy linked down below. It has saved me so much time with scrubbing like soap residue that was stuck on the tub. And when it came to steam mopping, I only decided to do the kitchen because you could see so much more dirt. Plus, I did do the laminate floors a couple days before, but I feel like I have to steam mop the kitchen at least 3 times a week because they are white tiles. For some odd reason, this is how dirty the rag gets every time I steam mop the floors. It's crazy how much dirt can be brought into the house. But as for that brown bag, I was just putting clothes and stuff that I didn't want anymore, put my sisters in it, and just sprucing up the closet. It wasn't that serious. So as you guys can tell, I don't really have much stuff. So that is it, you guys. I really hope you enjoyed this clean with me video. The last couple of minutes are before and afters, so I hope you enjoyed, and I will catch you in the next one.